properties of right. Right have three properties: limitation, collation, and inviolability. Every right has a limitation. They can be limited to protect other rights or important national values. It is the law that limits it, since the law it is source. There's the collation of rights when the rights are in conflict. It's not real but apparent. Given that laws are the source of justice and that people cannot conflict with one another. However, if two rights appear of complex, then stronger privilege should take priority of the lesser one. Rights are absolute by nature. Meaning of duties. Viewed objectively, duty means anything that ought to be done or omitted, particularly responsibilities of a person. Subjectively, duty means the moral obligation of the person, like the requirement to pursue what we believe is right and act accordingly. To respect the right of other people is a moral obligation. Duty binds the will, or it is a lay, and the will seems just like correlative. Right duty originates from law. For example, one may have a moral obligation to help someone, to support a parent, that is your duty as a human. Kinds of duty. Generally, there are 6 kinds of duty. They are natural, positive, affirmative, negative, perfect, and imperfect. Number 1. Natural duty is one is imposed by natural law. Those that connect people even if they haven't previously voluntarily acted in a certain way. Example, the duty to worship God or the duty to preserve one's life. Number 2, positive duty is one which comes from positive law, which call for us to take an action that result in a specific good that someone else might still achieve, even if we don't. Example, the duty to hear a mass on holidays or on Sunday, the duty to pay tuition fee and to pay taxes. Number 3, affirmative duty refers to the moral obligation of a person to do and act. People have a responsibilities to act reasonably to prevent harming themselves. Example, to say, do good, avoid evil, give bounty blessing to the needy. Number 4, negative duty refers to the moral obligation of a person to avoid or omit something as a moral commitment not to cause hurt or injury to another person in a certain way. Example, do not steal, do not lie, do not kill. Exemption from duty. These following are the principles that govern exemption from duty. Number 1, common necessity. Never exempt one from duty of doing that is good and avoid what is evil. Number 2, no necessity. Exempt one from negative natural duty. Means negative obligation resulting from unfair law do not permit exception. And number 3, when action is deemed difficult under a given circumstance or would place unreasonable amount of difficulty, mostly like individual, likely to be efficient, derived by negative principle of natural law, admit exemption. And lastly, the number 4, exempt or grave necessity exempt one from the injunction of positive law as long as there is no involved violation of negative natural law.